Hi friends, welcome to another video lecture of this course. We shall discuss about some consequences or results on linearly dependent and independent vectors. These are little bit important, so please give more importance to this. First result is linearly independent set of vectors can never contain zero vector. Proof is very simple. Let v1, v2, etc. till vn be the sets of vectors, and suppose let v1 is equal to 0. Then suppose v1 is not equal to 0, then v1 1 into v1 plus 0 into v2 plus 0 into v3 plus etc. plus 0 vn is equal to 0. I have to make a correction here. Let v1, v2 etc. till vn be the set of vectors and let v1 be not equal to 0. Then 1 into v1 plus 0 into v2 plus 0 into v3 plus etc. plus 0 into vn is equal to 0. I have assumed that only v1 is not equal to 0, whereas v2, v3, v4, etc. till vn are all equal to 0, excepting v1 being not equal to 0. Then I have 1 into v1 plus 0 into v2 plus 0 into v3 plus etc. plus 0 into vn is equal to 0. But since the coefficient of v1 is not 0, hence it follows that the set of vectors v1, v2, etc. till vn is linearly dependent, right? So that's the answer. Second one, if two vectors are equal, then the set of vectors v1, v2, etc. up till vn is linearly dependent. So suppose if any v1 is equal to v2 or v2 is equal to v3, or for that matter vn minus 1 is equal to vn, they are all equal, then the set of vectors v1, v2, etc. up till vn are linearly dependent. That is, they are not linearly independent. They are linearly dependent only. So for the time being, let me assume that v1 is equal to v2. Then I have 1 into v1 plus minus 1 into v2 plus 0 into v3 plus 0 into v4 plus etc. up to 0 into vn is equal to 0. But not all a's are 0. Some of them are 0. So due to this, I infer that the set of vectors v1, v2, etc. up till vn are all linearly dependent. Next one, two vectors v1 and v2 are linearly dependent if one of them is a multiple of the other. So let me assume that v1 and v2 are linearly dependent vectors. Then a into v1 plus b into v2 is equal to 0. But a and b are not equal to 0. But a into v1 plus b into v2 is equal to 0. But a and b themselves are not equal to 0. So if a is not equal to 0, I can solve for v1 and write v1 is equal to minus b by a into v2. So therefore, v1 is the multiple of v2. Or conversely, let v1 be equal to k into v2. So I can transpose this kv2 to the left hand side and can also write v1 as 1 into v1. So I can write simultaneously as 1 into v1 plus half minus k into v2 is equal to 0. So v1 and v2 are linearly dependent vectors. Next, every superset of linearly dependent set of vectors is linearly dependent. Now, for proving this, let A be equal to v1, v2, etc. till vn be a set of linearly dependent vectors. So I have a1, v1 plus a2, v2 plus etc. till an, vn is equal to 0, wherein not all a's are equal to 0. So if b is equal to v1, v2, etc. till vn, comma w1, w2, etc. up till wn be a superset of a, means superset means a is greater than b. The dimension of a is greater than set b means, then I call just a minute, let me repeat. If the dimensions of B is greater than the dimensions of set A, then I say that B is a superset of A and A is a subset of B. If the dimension of B is very larger than the dimensions of A, then I say that B is a superset of A. So in that case, I have A1 V1 plus A2 V2 plus etc. till A and Vn plus B1 W1 plus B2 W2 plus etc. till Bm Wm is equal to 0. Since not all a's are equal to 0, so I have v1, v2, etc. till vn, w1, w2, etc. till wm are all linearly dependent vectors. So this completes the proof. Fifth one is every subset of linearly independent set is linearly independent. So let again a be equal to v1, v2, etc. till vn. be a set of linearly independent vectors, and a1 v1 plus a2 v2 plus etc. till a n vn be equal to 0, where all a1 a2 etc. till an are 0. So if b is equal to v1 v2 etc. till vk, where k is less than n is a subset of a, then I can write a1 v1 plus a2 v2 plus etc. till ak vk is equal to 0, and all a1 a2 etc. till ak are 0. So I can infer that v1 v2 etc. till vk are all linearly independent vectors. So this completes the proof of it. Now coming to sixth one. If a is equal to v1 v2 etc. till vn is a set of linearly independent vectors, but b is equal to v1 v2 etc. till vn comma w is a set of linearly dependent vectors, then w is a linear combination of the vectors v1 v2 etc. till vn. Proof is very easy. So since I have been given that v1 v2 etc. till vn are set of linearly independent vectors, I have been given, but now I shall prove this in a contradiction by contradiction method. So suppose though I have been given v1 v2 etc. till vn to be set of linearly independent vectors, now I shall assume that v1 v2 etc. till vn comma w are linearly dependent vectors. So in that case I have a1 v1 plus a2 v2 plus etc. till an vn plus bw is equal to 0, where a1 a2 etc. till an comma b are not all 0. So letting b is equal to 0, I have a1 v1 plus a2 v2 plus etc. till an vn is equal to 0, such that a1 a2 etc. till n are not all 0, but v1 v2 etc. till vn are linearly independent vectors, and hence all a's are 0. So therefore b cannot be 0, or I have, if I multiply b into w, I have b into w is equal to minus of a1 v1 plus a2 v2 plus etc. till an vn. Or solving for w, I have w is equal to minus of a1 by b into v1 plus minus a2 by b into v2 plus etc. till plus minus an by b into vn. So that's why we infer that w has to be a linear combination of v1, v2, etc. till vn. Now, last property, if v1 is a non-zero vector, then the set v1 is linearly independent. So let the linear combination of v1 be represented as a1 into v1. Now, if a1, consider a1 v1 is equal to 0, but I have been given by data that v1 is a non-zero vector, that is v1 is not equal to 0. So since v1 is not equal to 0, a1 obviously has to be 0. So that's why I infer that v1 is linearly independent. It's a request on my side. Please practice all these derivations of these properties. They are important and can definitely be asked in the examination also. Okay, so we shall now move on to some problems. Determine whether or not the vectors v1 comma v2 are linearly dependent. So first problem is v1 is equal to 139, v2 is equal to 241. Second case, v1 is equal to 3 comma 4, v2 is equal to 6 comma 8. Please note v1 and v2 are said to be linearly dependent if one vector is a multiple of another one. So if v1 is a multiple of v2 or v2 is a multiple of v1, then they are said to be linearly dependent. Otherwise, they are linearly independent. Now let me consider the first one. v1 is equal to 139, v2 is equal to 2 comma 4 comma 1. So here no vector is the multiple of the other because 2 is because 4 is not divisible by 3, 1 is not divisible by 9. So that's why I can say that each of the elements are independent of each other with respect to v1 and v2. The first element of v1 is independent of the first element of v2. Similarly, the second element of v2 is independent of the second element of v1, and the third element of v2 is independent of the third element of v1. So hence I infer that v1 and v2 are not linearly dependent. That is they are linearly independent. Now let me consider v1 is equal to 3 comma 4, v2 is equal to 6 comma 8. So here compare the first elements of v2 with respect to v1, compare the second elements of v2 and v1. Clearly I can see that the second V2, the first element of V2 is a multiple of the first element of V1. Similarly, 8 is a multiple of 4. So that's why these are not linearly independent. So V1 and V2 are linearly dependent vectors. Next, determine whether the vectors V1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, V2 is equal to 3, 1, 7, and V3 is equal to 2, 5, 8 are linearly dependent or linearly independent. So form the equation xv1 plus yv2 plus zv3 is equal to 0. Substitute v1, v2 and v3 values as given in the data. So I get x into 123 plus y into 317 plus z into 258 is equal to 0. This 0, write it in the form of a triad. Okay, because the components of v1, v2 and v3 are 3. So it would be a triad. Now, as we did in the previous videos, first element x into 1, x plus y into 3, 3, that is 3y plus z into 2, that is 2z is equal to 0. Next, the second element of this triads on both left hand side and right hand sides are considered. So 2 into x, 2x plus y into 1, y plus 5 into z, 5z is equal to 0. Next, x into 3, 3x plus y into 7, 7y plus z into 8, 8z is equal to 0. Now I have ax is equal to 0. I have ax is equal to 0, where a is the coefficient matrix of the given linear system of equations. So I have a is equal to 132, 215, 3, 7, 8. Now apply the linear transformations. Let me perform R2 minus 2R1 and R3 minus 3R1. So each of the elements of the second row are going to be subtracted with minus 2R1, minus 2 into row 1 elements. So I get 2 minus 2 into 1, so I get 0. Next, 1 minus 2 into 3, I get minus 5. Next, 5 minus 2 into 5, or 5 minus 2 into 2, I get 5 minus 4 equal to 1. Next, R3 minus 3R1 apply. So 3 minus 3 into 1, I get 0. Next, 7 minus 3 into 3, I get minus 2. 7 minus 9 minus 2. Then 8 minus 3 into 2, 8 minus 6, 2 I get. Now, multiply the second row by minus 1 and divide the entire third row by minus 2. So I get 132, 0, 5 minus 1, 0, 1, 1. Now exchange the second and the third rows. So I get 132, 0, 1, 1, 0, 5 minus 1. Now apply R3 minus 5R2. So if I apply, I get 132, 0, 1, 1. But now in the third row, I have 0 minus 0, 0. Next, 5 minus 5 into 1 is 0. Next, minus 1 minus 5 into 1 is minus 1 minus 5, which is equal to minus 6. Now if I take the determinant of this gives me a non-zero determinant value. Determinant value can be positive or negative, but here it is non-zero. So the dimension of the largest non-vanishing determinant is 3. So that's why rank of A is equal to 3, which is equal to the exactly 3 unknowns which have to be found. So that's why the homogeneous system of linear equation here is unique. It possesses a unique solution, and the solution is simply given by x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and z is equal to 0. So due to this, we infer that v1, v2, and v3 are linearly independent. Next, we are coming to the next problem. Determine whether the vectors v1 is equal to 1, 9, 3, v2 is equal to 2, 5, 4, and v3 is equal to 0, 0, 0 are linearly dependent or not. Okay, these are linearly dependent. Vectors v1, v2, v3 are linearly dependent. By seeing the data only, we can say, because linearly independent set of vectors cannot contain zero vector. Here I have v3, which is consisting of 3 zeros. So this is a triad of zeros. Triad andre moor gumpu. It's a triad composing of which is composed of 3 zeros. So this is a zero matrix or a zero vector. So a linearly independent set can never contain a zero vector. So since it consists of a zero vector, it is not linearly independent, but it is linearly dependent. Next, talking about the next problem, determine whether the vectors v1 is equal to 1 comma 4 comma 9, v2 is equal to 3 comma 1 comma 4, and v3 is equal to 9 comma 3 comma 12 are linearly independent or dependent. We shall stick on to one method. You compare, you check whether v1 and v2 are multiples of each other. Similarly, check if v1 and v3 are multiples of each other, and v2 and v3 are multiples of each other. Strictly speaking, I see that v3 is a multiple of v2 because 3 into 3 is 9, 1 into 3 is 3, 4 into 3 is 12. So I see that v3 is equal to 3 into v2. 3 into 1 is 3 into 3 9, 1 into 3 3, 4 into 3 12. So if I multiply each and every element of v2 by 3, I get v3. So v3 is equal to 3 into v2. So since v3 is a multiple of v2, I infer that vectors v1, v2 and v3 are linearly dependent. They are not linearly independent. Okay, we can use another method also, but this is the shortest method, shortcut method, so we shall stick on to this method. Thank you. We shall continue in the next video. Please note, these problems are very, very important. Please practice these problems. You can expect such questions in your examinations also. Thank you.